Activists, Islamophobes, vile rat-faced individuals these Islamophobes are idiots. They're absolute idiots because
why would you want to insult the Prophet for billions of people? Why would you want to do that?
To desecrate Islam's beloved Holy Quran, portraying our beloved Prophet sallallahu alaihi wasallam in a very derogatory, demeaning and offensive way too.
This is a sensitive subject. I'm just saying, what kind of person wakes up and thinks, I want to do that? I don't know. I just don't think that's a healthy mindset.
This doesn't affect Islam. It's not stopping its growth. It's not stopping its spread.
When I see these Satanists,
Andrew, speaking of fear, one could argue that Islam these days, certainly in the last 20 years with the war on terror, they've also been the most vilified.
Absolutely.
Right? So, you know, everything that we've seen happen with extremism and everything that's going on all over the world, how are you grappling with that? You've been a Christian for years now, Islam, everything.
And you know what, that's such an interesting question, because when I was younger, especially when I was an atheist, I would sit and think, people are really doing terror attacks and doing all this crazy stuff because, you know, they're upset over a cartoon. That's so stupid. And nobody should kill anybody. Nobody should kill anybody.
Charlie Hebdo, everything.
Nobody should kill anybody. Nobody should kill anybody. I'll make that very clear. But also part of me is now saying, why would you want to insult the Prophet for billions of people? Why would you want to do that? I'm not saying I don't even want to make the argument against free speech. I'm not even saying you couldn't be allowed to. This is a sensitive subject. I'm just saying, what kind of person wakes up and thinks, I want to do that? I don't know. I just don't think that's a healthy mindset. Like when I see these Satanists, and they're, especially in America, and they're doing this, and they're dressing up Jesus as gay and all this stuff, like, that's not done in any kind of good faith. There's no good reason to do that. That's done with genuinely malicious intention. And what kind of people want to do that? And then the answer by extension is, prophets of the religion are mocked to the highest possible levels within the confines of the country, and it's promoted. Mocking our God on the streets, ha ha ha. It's on Netflix, ha ha ha. At least show it respect. They still don't do it with the Islamic Prophet.
Why do you think that is?
It's too much smoke. It's just not worth the heat. Because people believe. And I'm not advocating for violence on any level. I'm saying that even these degenerates who are trying to destroy people's belief in God, like we've discussed earlier, because they don't want you to have any baseline morality, they're trying to destroy it. But even those degenerates who are trying to mock and disgrace God, understand there's a point where it just backfires and, ooh, this is smoke. And they don't want the smoke. And that's actually another point I want to make into about this thing. I think most people don't care, and I think that bothers them. Do whatever you want, be a person, we don't care.
Point.
And now they're like, okay, well, we have to get to a limit where they have to react. Yeah. We want attention now. We want them to care about
What's the right move on that?
Well, that's the point.
Across the world, including the Western world, I remind you, it has absolutely no effect whatsoever. But what their actions are doing when Muslims respond in this way by going out, protesting, going closer to their religion, sharing their religion more so, basically responding to anti-Islam attacks with more Islam, is that it's spreading the religion. It's making the religion look strong, united, a force for good in the world, a force for combating hate speech. This is a PR victory for Islam, and it very well could be a political victory for Islam as well, particularly thousands of Muslims descended on the city, and you can hear them chanting Quran, reciting the Shahada, crying Allahu Akbar, God is the greatest. And I think that ultimately this peaceful protest with Quran, with more Islam, is the best response to these attacks on our beloved religion. Islam continues to grow in Sweden, and inshallah one day the descendants of those very Islamophobes who attack the religion, attack Muslims, promote Islamophobia, promote anti-Muslim bigotry and discrimination on a regular basis. I hope and pray that their descendants will be among the blessed and guided to accept Islam in the future, inshallah, just as I did, which was probably a surprise to my ancestors, who are some of which from a Viking heritage, from a Scandinavian origin, which is where I get my blood. Inshallah, like me, I hope that many more in Sweden will embrace Islam, that Islam will continue to spread, not just in Scandinavia, but across Europe and across the Western world. And God willing, in my lifetime, Islam will become the biggest religion on the globe. And I warn countries like Sweden to reconsider their stance on Islamophobia. Stop defending anti-Muslim bigotry and attacks on Islam. Stop defending hate speech. Stop being hypocrites, specifically against Islam, because you may find one day very, very soon that you will be part of a Muslim majority planet, and you will want to find yourself in a favorable political position where you are an ally to the majority religion of the world rather than pitted against it in defense of far-right fascism, racism, Islamophobia, bigotry, hate speech, book burnings. Is that really where you want to be, Sweden? I don't think so. Thank you very much.
There were so many books that a lot of books fell off the shelf. And one of the books that fell off the shelf was the Quran. And when I picked it up, my hand was on a page with Surah 22, Ayat 46. And it says, it's not the eyes that are blind, but the hearts. And I thought to myself, that really is my problem, because it wasn't the eyes. I really could see what I'd written down myself. Nobody forced me to write this book, and I could see it with my own eyes, but I still couldn't accept the fact that I said he is a prophet, there is this one God. I just couldn't. So it wasn't my eyes that were blind, it was really my heart. I couldn't accept it. I think my nafs or whatever, my ego, I couldn't accept it. And I said, well, God, give me a sign or something so that I 100% sure know this is the way. And I went to bed. But when I woke up, I really felt very secure. I've never been more secure about anything else. The whole anxiety or the whole doubting issue disappeared. And I thought to myself, well, I think I'm a Muslim.